Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
I just hope that something comes of this and that they hear our voices and that, they give us a fair chance to fight for our homes.
Tonight, families fighting to keep their homes. Earlier this year, city plans revealed more than 100 homes on the southwest side could be removed because of new floodplain maps. But if nothing is done, the city says that thousands of other homeowners could lose their homes. The Night Team's Avery Everett sat in on a community meeting tonight where neighbors are calling for another option.
Hands off our homes!
A chant this neighborhood wants the entire city to hear.
I want to keep my home. I don't want to move nowhere else.
Dozens of people packed together Friday night to fight against the Concepcion Creek Drainage Project.
It's been tough. It's been tough.
There's other options.
It's heartbreaking.
Earlier this year, the city had 3 proposals to address projected flooding around Highway 90 west of I-35 from updated FEMA floodplain maps. Those plans could cost the removal of more than 100 homes. But the city says if nothing is done, it could cost thousands of other homeowners their homes.
Ultimately, the goal here is to save lives and livelihoods.
After nearly a dozen community meetings, District 5 and Public Works say they're going back to the drawing board.
We're hopeful that there will be alternative plans that would have less impact.
This project remains largely unfunded, but the city says new proposals should be finished by next summer. In the meantime, people against this project are coming together.
That house is my sanctuary.
Trying to save their homes.
The strength is in numbers.
Before time runs out.
But we're going to fight. We're going to fight till the end.
Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, it looks like the city cleaned up the dump and mess. And there's a big truck here. Not sure it was these guys. Wow, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
That is an update to one of our Know My Neighborhood stories from yesterday. It appears that a street in the South Sand neighborhood that was known for people illegally dumping there has been cleaned up. We got this video from Patrick Garcia. Thank you for sending that video to us, Patrick, who Avery spoke with about the problem that was along Quintana Road. And he went by this afternoon and the streets were, yes, they were cleared. You can see the before and after right there. Illegal dumping on Quintana Road has been a problem for South Sand residents for years, but we are very happy to see that the city has cleared out the mess for now. The United States Postal Service being called on to do more after more than a dozen San Antonio neighborhoods have been identified as having ongoing issues with those cluster mailboxes. And USPS says that the neighborhoods are being responsible, or should be responsible, for maintenance and repairs. The Night Team's John Paul Barajas tells us about Congressman Joaquin Castro's call to action.
A working cluster mailbox is a luxury with a hefty fee to upkeep for the Westover Elms neighborhood on the northwest side.
At least $30,000 or more. Just in mailboxes.
Kermit Bryan explains his neighborhood mailboxes, like many others around San Antonio, have been broken into and left with damages.
And I'm disappointed that they feel like we have no way to protect the box. They don't put any kind of security on the box, yet we're responsible for it.
The United States Postal Service sent us a statement that reads in part, "The purchase, installation, maintenance, repair, and replacement of mail receptacles are the responsibility of the customer," end quote. When we asked when that policy changed, we were told, quote, "I was not able to locate a specific timeline."
If that's the case, then why don't we all just get our own mailboxes and they just have to go door to door like they used to?
While the Westover Elms HOA paid for repairs, the Northwest Crossing neighborhood about 10 minutes away says they aren't responsible and aren't paying, leaving some of the neighbors there stuck going to the post office.
I've talked to folks that waited 2 hours to get their mail. And that doesn't play real well with elderly people, disabled people, etc.
Now, Congressman Joaquin Castro and 4 of his colleagues are calling on the USPS to do more, writing, USPS suddenly abandoned a long-standing practice of maintaining and replacing their community cluster boxes. Adding, the USPS cannot reasonably expect residents to suddenly bear the cost of maintaining cluster boxes. This shift in responsibility is not only poor practice, but also poor governance.
You took care of this for 100 years. Now all of a sudden, because you have to figure out a way to make your budget work for you, you need to take it out on other people who pay your salary.
Castro's office identified at least 16 neighborhoods in San Antonio that they urged the USPS to work with. We asked about the congressman's letter. USPS said, quote, "The Postal Service will provide a written response directly to Congress members per our established process," end quote. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Right now, there's somebody that should be sitting right there next to you guys, and it should be the city. The city should be there sitting next to you guys because they are guilty too.
After hearing from the neighbors on Decla and Darby Street, I find the testimony I heard from the city of San Antonio very difficult to believe. What I do believe is the people from the West Side neighborhood.
I have not yet heard from you that as you said that I'm sorry to our family. You are unremorseful, disgusting individuals.
Strong words there, not only from the family of an elderly man who was killed in a dog attack last year, but also from the judge. The dog owners, Abilene Schneider and Christian Moreno, were sentenced today. The judge sentenced Schneider to 15 years in prison, Moreno to 18. Since the charge, dangerous dog attack resulting in death, is not considered a serious or a violent offense by the state, the couple has to serve at least 25% of their sentence before they're eligible for probation. Now that the case is over, the family of Ramon Nájera is planning to continue with their federal lawsuit against the city. Switching gears now, a reminder, if you're heading to the downtown area this weekend, especially near Travis Park, expect road closures because the Paramount Plus show 1923 is filming. It's right here in San Antonio. You'll mostly see impacts on Broadway from East Pecan Street to East Travis Street. We have a closer look at the closures on our website. Just scan the QR code at the bottom left of your screen. Myra Arthur, by the way, also did a KSAT Explains related to this, showing us what happens when Hollywood comes calling on San Antonio, and also how the city tries to bring in productions to showcase the Alamo City on the silver screen. You can find that link on this article as well. Stick around, still ahead on the Nightbeat. Week 4 of high school football. Larry Ramirez and Mary Rominger have all of your highlights coming up a little bit later on in sports. Welcome back. Breaking news. We have confirmed there's been a shooting on the east side of San Antonio. Our Avery Everett is joining us on Burnett and North Walters right now, where she just spoke with SAPD to give us an update. What's the latest, Avery?
Well, Burnett is blocked off so that San Antonio police can search this street. Right behind me, they're actually taking a look at a vehicle right now, just down the road, if photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt can take a closer look at that. All we have confirmed right now is that an 18-year-old male was shot. He was transported to the hospital, and he is in stable condition. Now, the sergeant who we spoke with SAPD says that they are going to check out another location. We don't know where this shooting happened at this point, but they say they are currently investigating. Police have been here for at least the last 30 minutes. We see about 5 vehicles, but that's all we know right now. As soon as we get more information confirmed, we'll keep you updated on KSAT.com. But again, an 18-year-old male shot in the chest. We're told he is in stable condition at this time. Stephanie?
All right, Avery, thank you for that information. Now we're going to keep you outside right now. 86 degrees out there right now. Happy Friday, Adam. And yeah, tomorrow, we're going to have another hot weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be above average still. I mean, it's more of the same, right? 97 was our high temperature today, and we'll trim off a few degrees as we go into the weekend and even more next week, but still running above average for this time of year. Average high, by the way, is now 89. 78 at 7 a.m. tomorrow, near 90 at noon already, and then 96 for the high temperature. But keep in mind, when you factor in the humidity, which is very sticky, it's going to feel like it's between 100 and 104 tomorrow afternoon. And Sunday's going to be very similar, a mixture of clouds and sun. And we're not going to see a big difference in temperatures across our entire area, that we sometimes do in the summertime. It's going to be pretty similar, mid-90s through the weekend, then low 90s early next week. Temperatures will be trimmed a little bit next week. Our upper level heat high, planted right overhead, is going to be moving eastward. And this is going to open the door for disturbances to come in from the south. Now, here's what I'm talking about. This is deflecting a disturbance to the north of us this weekend. But once this parks itself over Florida by early next week, with the clockwise flow around it, it's going to help steer anything that could be in the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico. And it just so happens that we have some energy in the Caribbean right now. In the Western Caribbean, this cluster of unorganized thunderstorms being watched, being monitored, not specially measured yet, but being watched and it's really flagged as the next potential development in the tropics. Could become our next tropical depression, maybe even a tropical storm, maybe a named storm over the next several days. This is more of a long-term thing here, basically over the next week. And as I mentioned before, with that upper high, it would be over Florida. That would steer it into the Gulf of Mexico. Where in the Gulf of Mexico? That's anybody's guess right now. Keep in mind, we're trying to predict a system that hasn't even developed yet. Trying to predict a big weather maker that hasn't even formed and organized yet. But here's just an example of some of the solutions out there right now. And this is why I say it's anybody's guess, because it could be anywhere from the Bay of Campeche, a little bit closer to Florida. So east central Gulf, all the way toward Mexico. It could really be anywhere. But bottom line, just something we're going to be watching, and there will be changes and updates in the days ahead. Here's a look at the forecast going through the weekend. I mentioned mid-90s, lower 90s early next week. Also, a slight chance of a few showers as that heat high moves away. We will have a weak wind shift line move in Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday, a 10 to 20% chance of showers. So nothing significant, but at least a little something. Here's a beautiful shot of the sky this evening from New Braunfels. I love the layered clouds that we have in place that helped set the stage for a little bit of pink and orange high in the atmosphere, and then the darker gray a little lower in the atmosphere. And a friendly reminder that we do have the autumnal equinox coming up Sunday morning. That's Sunday morning at 7:44 a.m. And the reason we get that is because the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees on its axis, and that tilt is what gives us the seasons and equal nights. Equinox, equal day and nights, roughly equal time.
All right, Adam, thank you. Now it's time for your game of the week.
Yeah, so we had Steele hosting Austin Westlake tonight. Unfortunately, the Steele Knights, well, they came out on the short end, but I'll tell you what, they had a highlight play right here by their running back, Jonathan Hatton, and the Canyon Lake Hawks. They were on fire tonight, keeping the scoreboard operator very busy. Coming up.
Cheerleaders, and you're watching big game coverage on KSAT 12.
Two of the best Class 6A teams in the state faced off in our game of the week tonight, the Austin Westlake Chaparrals and the Steele Knights, Mary.
Yes, Westlake is ranked number 14 in the state by Dave Campbell's Texas Football. The Knights enter the night at number 9. Westlake leads the all-time series 3-2.
All right, check it out. Spurs small forward Keldon Johnson was at the big game tonight. First quarter, after exchanging field goals, we have our first touchdown of the game. Knights ball, the handoff goes to Jonathan Hatton, and he handles his business, taking that baby 75 yards to the house. And the Steele Knights go up 10-3. He is one of the best backs in the area. Same score, the Knights are bringing the defense now. Julian Hugo breaks through and sacks the Westlake quarterback. Big time hit right there. Now, after intercepting the Knights, the Chaps take the lead. The handoff goes to number 36, Grady Bartlett. He finds the end zone, 9-yard touchdown, and Austin Westlake takes the lead 13-10. Later in the second quarter, Chaps QB Reese Weiss scores on a 2-yard keeper, and the Westlake Chaparrals are leading the Steele Knights 20-10. That's your halftime score. Now, once Westlake took the lead, they never looked back, and Westlake takes it 41-16, improving to 3-1 this season. The Knights suffered their first loss and dropped to 3-1 heading into district play.
You know, it's that's why we schedule these games. The first three. We've had guys that it seems like they played 3 quarters, and you play against a quality opponent that has a history that they have, and you're going to find out what your weaknesses are. So that's why we schedule the way we do.
The Smithson Valley cheerleaders were having some fun tonight. Number 11, Bernie Champion, was at number 4, Smithson Valley, and a 13-5A D1 opener for both. Third quarter, the Rangers have the lead, and they're adding on. Cade Spradling scores on a short QB keeper, and the Rangers lead it 28-3. Later in the frame, Spradling, he's going to roll out, and he throws to Quentin Sampson. He stays on his feet and scores a 16-yard touchdown. The Rangers lead it 35-3, and the Rangers take it 42-10. All right, let's go to Canyon Lake High School, where the the students section was having a lot of fun tonight. The 12th ranked Hawks were hosting the Veterans Memorial Patriots. First quarter, Hawks quarterback Jace Wheeler hits Carter Williams on a slant in the end zone, 6-yard touchdown. The Hawks go up 7-0. Now the ensuing kickoff is muffed by the Pats, and it's recovered by the Hawks' Tristan Alexander, and Canyon Lake is in business. Very next play, Jace Wheeler with a lot of time to throw goes over the top to Carter Williams, 25-yard touchdown. Hawks lead at 14-0, and Canyon Lake wins at 77-40.
Two unfamiliar teams squaring off at Alamo Stadium, 5th-ranked Randolph and Lanier. The Rohawks, by the way, have reached the area round in back-to-back seasons. And Randolph leads 24-14 coming out of halftime until the Vokes defense comes up with the takeaway. That's Brian Sanchez with the INT. And Lanier would capitalize soon after as Jazavian Lloyd powers in for the touchdown to make it a 3-point game. Later in the third quarter, Randolph QB Colin Stuckey hands it off to Nathan Skeet for the 18-yard score. And the Rohawks go on to win the high-scoring affair 44-36. Checking in with Edison now, the 1-2 Golden Bears hosting Memorial at SAISD Sports Complex. The Minutemen hunting their first win of the season. But not an ideal start for Memorial. Wobbly snap in the first quarter. Alan Rodriguez gets a hold of the fumble and returns it to the house for the defensive touchdown. Edison would carry a 6-0 lead into the second frame, and that's when Jonathan Arzola gets into gear and speeds up the sideline for 6. The Golden Bears would convert 2, and they never looked back. Still a close game. Edison would win it, though, 20-18.
Okay, let's go to Ferris Stadium for a 28-6A contest between the Taft Raiders and the Holmes Huskies. First quarter, Holmes running back Christopher Geller cruises in for an easy 4-yard touchdown. Nice blocking by his offensive line. Huskies lead 7-0. The Raiders, well, they answer back on the ground. Handoff goes to Prometheus Elmore. He gets outside and breaks off a 10-yard touchdown. This game is tied at 7-all, and Taft takes it 56-29. Moving on, staying in 28-6A, we have the Sotomayor Wildcats facing the O'Connor Panthers. Out at the Gus, we pick it up in the third quarter. Wildcats up big, and with the ball, quarterback Chauncey Moon sends this ball deep down the field, hitting Mikhail Jonikins in stride. 44-yard toss and catch for a Wildcats touchdown. They lead at 37-0, and the scoreboard says Sotomayor leads 51-16 late in the fourth quarter.
All right, number 4 Bandera is at Cole tonight, trying to uphold its undefeated record. The only thing separating Cole from a 3-0 record was a 3-point loss at Stockdale. Dropping into the second half, Cougars QB Jackson Freds tosses it to senior wideout Dominic Powell in the end zone for the 14-yard touchdown to extend their lead 27-14. Bandera answers. Dylan Peace airs one out to Benton Clout to get into enemy territory. Peace and Clout would connect again on the next play, this time for the touchdown. But it's Cole who finishes on top 27-21. Number 8 Holy Cross has been on a tear to start the season, entering week 4 undefeated after a win over rival Central Catholic in the Holy Bowl. Now taking on Weimar at Holy Cross Stadium. And what a pass by Gilbert Alvarado to Patrick Ortiz, 2 vets of the team with a 60-yard connection. The Knights cap off the drive with a John Acosta punch-in as Holy Cross goes on to win 27-17, improving to 4-0 on the season.
All right, 9 games down, 3 more to go, plus a whole lot of scores.
Oh yeah, but first, let's listen to the Samuel Clemens High School Mighty Buffalo Band. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. Time now for the big game coverage road trip, traveling along I-10 with stops in Kerrville, Center Point, and Bernie.
Photog Eddie Latigo and reporter Nick Mantis have it all covered.
Hey guys, we're starting our road trip right here in Kerrville, Tybee, and we got here just in the nick of time to help the burgers and hot dogs get ready for this huge game against Houston. Let's go. Safety first.
Weenie's done.
Alrighty, get these going. Hot dogs first. Yep. These are the number 1 seller?
Number 1 right now.
Love that.
Going through maybe a couple hundred.
After the hot dogs were all good to go, it was time to play some football, and these Antlers were ready to roll. First drive, Keaton Herman finds a wide open President Calamaco for the 45-yard touchdown. Little pitch and catch as president shared his new economic plan. Score a lot of touchdowns. At our second stop, the bells were ringing in Center Point as the Pirates took on Charlotte. Check out this play. The running back fumbles the ball, but Aiden Alexander picks it up and looks for some defenders to carry downfield. He finally gets taken down after about a 20-yard run. Later in the drive, Alexander finishes it off by barreling into the end zone to put the Pirates up 14-0. Then in our final stop, Bernie welcoming in East Central. And the Greyhounds trailed by 10 to start the second half. But Jeff Morrison was finding some space and breaking through tackles for a huge run. Then in the red zone, Hank Hendricks looking for someone open. He finds Hudson Hendricks, who strolls in for the touchdown. That's it for the road trip. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, Nick. Let's see how those games played out. We saw a lot of offense tonight.
We sure did.
Puts up 76 points on Sam Houston for the win. Center Point cruises to a 42-6 victory over Charlotte, and another high-scoring game in Bernie as East Central takes it 52-49.
And in some other scores for you tonight, we have Southwest winning via a shutout, 45-0. New Braunfels all over MacArthur, 62-0. Davenport beat Del Rio, 35-10. Somerset's 8 better than Jernton, 28-20. We've also got Navarro losing to Lavernia, 38-21. Devine all over Hondo tonight by a final of 46-19. How about Highlands and Floresville? Looks like Floresville takes that one, 21-14. Poteet 1 better than Pearsall. Close game, 35-34. We have Uvalde and Crystal City. Crystal City takes that 30-25. Austin Bowie 4 better than Judson tonight, 28-24. And in 2 more scores, we got Devine over Hondo, 46-19, and McCollum over CC Ray, 34-6. You can get all your scores and highlights on KSAT.com.
All right, guys, thank you for that. Now you can relax.
Right.
Breathe a little.
Take a breather.
Yes, thank you. And we'll be right back. This weekend, hundreds of people are serving the community. And when we say serving, we literally mean serving. Pickleball style, the Valero Alamo Bowl is teaming up with the San Antonio Pickleball Association to host the Communicare Classic. The night team's Avery Everett and photojournalist Gavin Nesbitt sat in on the matches today to show us the deeper message behind it all.
This weekend is amazing. It's the Communicare Classic Pickleball Tournament. This year we have 350 players playing in this 3-day tournament.
Once you get to 14.
This is our 3rd annual San Antonio Pickleball Association partnering with Valero Alamo Bowl.
All told this year we're going to do 180 scholarships. Wow. So every high school and every college in San Antonio will get a Valero Alamo Bowl scholarship.
Net proceeds from this tournament, all the net proceeds go back into the scholarship.
Pickle with a purpose, yeah. Dink for dollars, we'll take it any way you want. But yeah, we love being a part of San Antonio's calendar.
Come out and enjoy a weekend of pickleball.
100% of the proceeds are going right back to scholarships. And then in the spring when we award them, it's going to be something special.
Looks like a good workout there. This is a 3-day competition that raises money for scholarships, and matches are scheduled all day tomorrow and Sunday. If you want information on how you can watch, guess what? We have that on our website, KSAT.com. And Cascarou's here one more time.
That's right. I've got have some great photos for us, actually. This is of a little shower that was near Lackland earlier this afternoon, or I should say earlier this evening. Look at the last little remnant of it. I love it. Kind of like a brush stroke downward from the cloud. And a great sunset shot from Woodlawn Lake. And another one from the land bridge at Hardburger Park there. Good to see.
Beautiful. All right, and now it's 86 degrees. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure that you stay hydrated. Thank you for joining us. That does it for the Night Beat. Don't forget that GMSA starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good night.